All right, we are recording.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a conversation between you and I, okay?
Okay. And the millions of fans behind the other end of the screen.
Yes, exactly. So.
Hello.
What?
Hello.
Hello. I've been wanting to do this interview.
I'm like, oh, great. Jack's been here for like less than 30 seconds. He's already broken the fourth wall twice.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Jack Keating. Am I allowed to go that far?
It's up to you. It's your documentary.
Okay.
What is your occupation?
Currently, I am something of a website designer / graphic designer as well. Recently graduated. I'd like to say that I'm blessed in actually having gotten a job despite how crazy everything has been out there. And, shout out to everyone who's going through one of these times. We're going to get through it. I promise.
Yeah. If you want to position yourself better, it's up to you.
I don't know how the mic goes. I'm going to just sit in this little indent I made in the ground.
Yeah, I usually sit like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, right now I'm doing a lot of work with WordPress, working on product design at a local business that we have here in town.
Do you like it a lot?
It's interesting. There's less WordPress. There's more WordPress and website design itself than I thought I'd be doing.
Yeah.
But it's a very well-rounded job. I'm going to be doing things like social media, advertising, sales management, just like product design.
Yeah.
Just revision of a lot of different things, but it's there's a lot of different things involved. I mean, it's a local business. I mean, it's even just kind of like with nonprofits. There's always something to do.
Correct. And what is your favorite color?
Oh God. I don't know. I feel like I like purple. Indigo I think is a nice color. Silver, black I also like. I feel like darker. I don't know, more calming colors, I feel like.
So you have favorite colors.
Yeah, I don't have one color. I mean, as like a graphic designer, if someone's like, oh, what's your favorite color? It's like, okay, well...
They all look nice.
Yeah, well, like, what's... Yeah.
It depends on what's important in that context.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of colors do different things. Like, right tool for the right job.
I'm just going to move up a little bit, try to make sure that my body blocks the wind a little bit. Because I see it picking up on the...
On the
feed.
The microphone.
But we're going to try our best because we're outside, and I actually prefer to be outside than inside.
Yeah.
I guess like try to keep your ears open because I know you have like really good use of ears because I know that the camera takes in only like 25 minutes of footage.
Okay.
So then I might miss it, so just keep your ears open.
Cool.
You're just gonna hear like a beep.
Okay.
Like beep. That's it.
So if it starts screaming at me.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Just
screaming
like,
at you.
Grass at it.
All right, you ready for
something.
question 1?
I thought those were two different questions.
Wait, what?
I thought you asked me 2 questions already.
Oh, wait, what did I ask?
You asked me what my favorite color was and what is my job and what is my name. That's like 3 questions.
Ready? Are you ready for the first official question?
Oh, cool. That was just the warm-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked you 3. Your name, your occupation, your color.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Oh, this wind. I think everything will be okay. There has
The wind wants to join in.
Yeah. I guess we have to speak a little louder and enunciate with our voices. Okay.
The wind wishes to be interviewed. It speaks to us.
What
Yes.
is the reason that got you interested... Oh, excuse me. I'm reading the wrong question. What got you interested in drawing? What do you want to accomplish as an artist?
Jesus. This goes really far back. Well, many moons ago, I got really interested in drawing because of Pokemon. Basically, I was a young kid, single digits, just in elementary school. I'm like, oh, I love Pokemon, I love drawing them. And slowly and surely, as more and more of the generations were released, I'm like, wow, they're really running out of ideas. Just for the record, the people who are watching at home, we literally have a Pokemon that is a pile of garbage and an ice cream cone. So
Trubbish?
Trubbish, Garbodor, and
Isolate? I can't say
Vanillite?
it. Vanillite, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love vanilla ice cream, but like Pokemon and vanilla, two good things should stay separate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to learn how to draw so that one day I can go and I can help the Pokemon company come up with new ideas, because they seem to be running out of them. So I was a rather pretentious child. Then as I got older, I just slowly but surely I started learning to love comics. I love drawing manga, and one of my big goals is I want to slowly but surely start putting out more work and actually like really publishing some of my stories.
Yeah. I remember your mom, she said that you have always been drawing since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
You love drawing.
Yeah.
I remember that sometimes I see you on breaks, anything during school, even high school, that you have your drawing pad or your little notebook and you would just draw.
That's the funny part, because that's my agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would just want to draw.
Yeah. I remember, I forget where this was an interview with, but like there was this one guy who's like, oh, like as an artist, like I always have this like little like pad on me, or like this little like book, and I just like draw on it. And I remember at the time thinking, oh wow, that's so stupid. Why would you have a book designated for drawing? And then like 5 or 6 years later, I'm like, wait a minute.
This is fantastic.
I have a book used for drawing. I understand now. Because it's like I'll just like be in class or something. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, calculus, so much fun.
Yeah. Because you're doodling in your notebook.
Yeah, I have saved up so many of my drawings because it's just stuff that I've used later on. So like agendas are sacred to me. It's like, oh cool, I might have homework, I might have like notes from class or something, but like it's just filled to the brim with like ideas and drawings, and it's just like stashed at my house.
What is something you enjoy drawing the most? Like you like, like I want to draw this today. Or you catch yourself drawing the most?
I feel like characters. I feel like I draw a lot of characters. I feel like recently, as I've been trying to develop myself and get better at drawing, I've been drawing a lot of... I've been switching up my style. I've been trying to do a lot more realistic styles. I've been doing a lot of anatomy work, a lot of shading, a lot of perspective, and just really trying to build what I can do.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to add about the topic of drawing? Like, I guess like maybe like was there like a moment that really shaped you? You're like, hey, like I wanted to continue drawing, like because I really enjoy it.
I honestly don't know. To be honest, I know where the interest originally spawned from, but I don't remember what really compelled me to just keep going with this. When I was younger, there was this big fad in my elementary school of all these people just drawing like these little comic panels. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I'm like, oh, this seems like fun. I'll join in. I just drew like a little like superhero comic, and it was bad.
But you're like, I liked it though.
Yeah, it was bad, but I liked it though.
Yeah.
It was also fun because like as a small child with a small attention span, you're just like drawing around. But you want to like actually make it work, but then you look through it later and you're like, wow, like I forgot a nose here. They didn't have necks or ears or anything else, but it was your thing, and it was...
They're stocky.
Yeah. But then I just, for whatever reason, I just kept drawing and I just kept experimenting, and I just didn't really stop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I had fun doing it. I guess that's the main reason why I didn't stop, but I don't think that there was ever a point in my life where I'm like, yeah, I need to keep doing this. I think I've maybe just subconsciously felt that, and I never really said it, but I just keep doing it.
Good. I'm glad you have genuine care about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you would like to add about the topic that like sparks your creativity?
It sparks my creativity. Oh my goodness. Inspiration can be found from the most bizarre of sources. You just have to be open to it. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Do you think anyone can draw?
Yes. I honestly don't think that there's any excuse for why you can't draw. And that might...
So distracted by that girl rollerblading.
Yeah, I don't really see too many people rollerblading nowadays. But like, this might sound, very ratatouille of me, like anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook.
But like honestly, like anyone can draw. literally seen videos of people drawing things with their feet.
Yeah.
That look so impressive, so amazing. It is just a matter of diligence. It is a matter of trial and error and just belief in yourself and this unwavering desire to create.
Yeah.
So there's honestly really no excuse with it. I'm not letting myself make excuses for it either. I'm gonna just barrel through and do my best.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous? You asked me the questions.
I know. Are you nervous when I ask you the questions?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
To be honest, I thought that these would be things that I wasn't really prepared for. I didn't know you
you thought I was going to ask you like scientific or not sophisticated questions?
I think these are sophisticated. I didn't think that it'd be like the kind of questions where it's like, oh, are you smarter than a 5th grader? And then you have to be like, oh, I don't know what this is. But I didn't think it would be like that, but I thought it might just be like, I don't know, more
what's the height
general, I guess.
What's the height of Mount Everest in kilometers?
Oh, God. If you put it in American, I might know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really high.
It's the tallest. That's all I know. It's tall feet high.
Is it the tallest? I think I remember that there are a few other peaks that are like really tall that are like slightly more deadly than Mount Everest.
Kilimanjaro.
I don't
K2.
Maybe K2.
Yeah.
But like there are a few of them that are like, I remember just Googling this because someone's like, oh, like is it really that bad to like do Everest? And I'm like, maybe. But then I realized that like there are things that are surprisingly worse.
Yeah.
Not trying to downplay anyone's accomplishments.
Yeah.
Like it's still a nuts accomplishment, but I've heard that there are like ones that are like more deadly.
I don't think I can do that. Just like,
yeah.
I think my accessibility of a bathroom needs to be nearby.
Well, you're on the mountains.
In the bathroom, and I mean, and food.
Okay, well, yeah, food. That's tricky.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine using the bathroom, really going to the bathroom on like that high up.
Yeah, remember that one time I was like, my desecration or defecation.
Yeah, when you're like, oh, we're gonna go, like it's when they desecrate a temple. It's like, you mean, like defecate a temple, and you're like desecrate. You mean, like disrespect. And you're like, yeah. What did I say? Defecate.
Yeah.
Like to poop, and you're like, oh.
I need to defecate.
Yeah.
But I said I need to desecrate, and you're like, what, a temple? I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, but like I've seen videos where like people like they throw boiling water up into the air and it just freezes. I couldn't imagine like going to take number 1 just like out and it's just like it turns into like just fades away into like mist and snow. Don't eat the yellow snow.
A yellow
like
solid.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully not a yellow solid, more like a clear solid if you're hydrated.
Like, how the hell does that even work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways.
Question 2. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy during this time of crisis?
Oh boy. I've been doing a lot of drawing, kind of, I guess going back to the first question.
Yeah.
I've been taking a lot more walks. I've been hanging out with a lot, not like super in person, but like if I am social distancing, but I've been hanging out with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I do a lot of Discord hangouts. A lot of D&D, which you know I love to play a lot. Other than that, I've just been surviving. I've been trying to get more accustomed to what this new world entails.
I guess like with all this time, are you happy that you have like a lot of more more time to like do these hobbies that you like?
Honestly, I would have noticed that a little bit more earlier into the quarantine.
You wish you did?
No, I mean, I realized, I feel like I had more time during the quarantine. Because, like...
In the beginning?
Yeah.
I realized that, too.
Because...
I guess I had this anticipation that, hey, any second we're going to go back soon.
Yeah. Well, during the quarantine, I was, and I'm probably sure that you were, and a lot of other people were all doing remote learning.
Correct.
Which was dummy easy.
Yeah, I know, it was so easy.
At that point, it's like, they're like, okay, look, like, you're a senior, we really want you to graduate, like, there's just so much insanity going on right now, like, we're not going to make this harder than it needs to be, like, you're trying to find a job, and just take it. Take it.
Take your degree.
But so that was definitely a much more relaxed,
yeah.
and and I definitely felt like I had a lot of time to enjoy hobbies, enjoy. I don't know if I should say enjoy people's company, because I really didn't see anyone that time.
Yeah.
It was, but yeah, it was definitely. It was an odd sort of time. But now that like things are opening back up again, and I'm really just going out for my job at this point, I don't know if I'd say that I have regained, like I still have a ton of time.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I don't have time. Like I'm still making the time to do the things that I want to do and be with people I care about. But like I don't think the pandemic is affecting that facet of my life anymore.
I agree. I felt like in the beginning I was kind of like, I guess I was like kind of like waiting for it to be over so I can like do the things I had to do. But then I started to realize like, hey, like, I think it's like a time of like it's okay to like not wanting to do anything. But again, there was a part of me that I needed to do something. But I started to realize that like, let me just focus on things that were like really important to me. And that's why I told you that I was like now I have more time to work out more, so that was like a big plus for me. So like now I'm like down like 15 pounds, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I felt like in the beginning I didn't realize how much time I had now, and I think about it a lot too. I'm like, I remember like mid March we were all just like locked up because like again we really had like no idea what it was in the beginning, but now there's definitely light at the tunnel. In our area, a lot of light in our tunnel. For some states right now, not so much.
Because now they're really getting hit, and like we were at that point like months ago.
Exactly. Everyone I talk to, I feel like everyone says the same exact argument, because I know it kind of sucks that like some states have like those numbers like coming in really fast and dramatically, but my sense is that they have to reach some number that will make them plateau or decline. Unfortunately, like, man, she is so cool. Like, sorry.
It's okay. I'm thinking about like you mentioned the roller skating person who's just kind of like orbiting around.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but like I hate the sound of like ice skating.
Really?
I just don't like. Oh, hello there. There's a bug on me.
Yeah.
Like that sound of like that metal on ice, that like sound
When they stop.
or even just the grinding around, just like the texture.
I don't like the sound of plastic hitting styrofoam.
I can see that.
I don't really like it.
But like
It's
I
so
don't.
annoying.
I don't get why I don't like that sound. Maybe it's just like a nails on chalkboard sort of feeling, but like that's one of the big reasons. Like I really don't like ice skating.
Wow.
But like rollerblading, I could be wrong. Rollerblading, I feel like is sort of like ice skating, but on pavement.
Yeah. Yeah, wheels.
Yeah, instead
me?
of skates. I just like running.
Yeah, running's fun.
I can't remember last time I actually like fallen while I was running.
Fallen while running.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You look around, like, it's New Jersey. Like, the potholes here are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we just have, like, craters in the middle of our roads that lead to, like, a bottomless pit. And it's like...
Yeah.
Sounds like, oh, should we fix that? Like, nah.
We pay a lot of money here, but, again...
How do we spend money on our roads? It's so stupid.
Yeah, I do not know why. It's not that hard. What was I saying? And a part of it is kind of like... A lot of states have to hit those numbers first, and then I feel like there'll be a sense of like normalization.
Yeah.
But again, the possibility of a vaccine coming out, I'm not too sure. What will happen if we have it immediately? Do not know.
It's like, it's really grim because everyone's like, oh, like, it's really bad and it is awful. But there are so many people who are saying like it's just herd immunity. We just need to be around and just be alive and just get through this in order to keep moving. And
yeah,
those other states were like, a lot of them are opening back up. Like they didn't give the opportunity to get this herd immunity. Now they're getting hit with it so bad.
Yeah,
and it's
and
just
the way it travels is like so strange.
Oh my God.
I don't know, but I definitely think in our area, New Jersey, I feel like we're definitely okay right now. I definitely see a lot more activity outside when I'm outside now, especially in like restaurants having their hours of operation outside and residing outside. I saw a soccer team I see soccer teams playing right now with sports.
Oh yeah,
a lot of sports are playing right now.
It's so crazy. Like you go around and you're just like, I am glad that people are living their lives, but you're also like confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, like it's so crazy too, just like being out and just seeing all the things that have closed down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, like these are like big businesses. Like the Houlihan's closed down, like so many other businesses that I'm brain farting on, but I can't remember. I don't really eat out that much. I just see things that I see that they're closed. I'm like, oh wow,
it's gone.
I've never eaten there, but that was a landmark for me. And now that landmark has been closed.
It was the undiscovered landmark, but it was seen.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
I thought I was gonna add one more thing that you said about
herd immunity.
Not I guess like our time of using. I don't know. I guess like I feel like quarantine in the beginning was like kind of weird, and then like it was kind of sad because like we had to like pause life for everything. Right now, it's definitely getting better.
Yeah. One of the weirdest things about quarantine is just I feel like how bittersweet it's been. I feel like for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I had class with a few people who actually like they were married, they had families, and like one of the members of my class, he just recently had a kid, a little girl, and every now and again and during the Zoom calls he could like you could hear the little like kind of like sounds of like a small child playing in the background.
It's a baby.
Yeah, and he's just like, honestly, like this, like the pandemic is scary, and it's just this really weird time, but at the same time, like he was saying like I enjoy being here with my family, and if the pandemic hadn't happened, I wouldn't have honestly been able to just be here with my daughter in these like first few months even of just her life, was really being able to be with her. They would have been
working.
Yeah, my mom she's been a teacher for years, and she's like, I cannot remember the last time I actually
spent so much time with their kids.
Yeah, and she's like, I can't remember the last time like I had off in April, like where I just like sat outside and just hung out with my family in April, like during the day. And she's like, it's crazy, it's never happened before. So I feel like it's provided a lot of people new opportunities, and you just teach them to just appreciate every little small thing you have in life. Appreciate family, appreciate friends, and just appreciate those
around you.
Yeah, and those quiet moments that you can share with them too, because you don't think about that. Like when everything is like up and moving and bustling, you're just like, oh, I gotta go here, I gotta go there.
You don't have time to think about it.
Yeah, and then it's just like when you don't have that stuff, you're like, wow, we can survive. Like I've lived here all my life, and in more recent years, like it's grown quiet.
Yeah.
But then basically probably just because people haven't had anything else to do, like I hear people outside, like I hear children running around and playing with their families, and it's nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
But then it's like there's a pandemic.
Exactly.
So it's a really big trade-off of like, wow, like people are actually like enjoying.
I feel like some people, they just need to find those bits of happiness, and try to keep them close to them. And that's what people are doing, safely. Obviously, not like doing stupid stuff and holding each other's hand and kissing each other on the neck. I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm honestly just surprised that more people aren't like just inside like playing video games. I mean, I know a lot of people are, but like
it's so beautiful outside.
I know, that's what I'm surprised with, because like it's always beautiful out.
Yeah.
But people are always usually inside.
Correct.
And it's like, but now people are out, and it's interesting. But anyways, I feel like we got really derailed, which happens.
Yeah, it's okay. That was the whole point. That's like I like posing a question and moving and shifting diagrams and frameworks to another topic. I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all about derailing.
Is there anything else you want to add about your experience with quarantine? Like how you felt about it, how you responded to it, or are you glad that like it's not really over yet, but it's kind of like we're just cruising right now?
I'm really looking forward to the lives of other people going back to normal.
Correct.
I feel like I've been very blessed. Like my family, they've all been able to work remotely. My mother actually got COVID and none of us knew. She got the antibodies. She suspects it was someone at work. You got a little friend on your screen there.
Oh yeah.
But like none of us got sick. None of us were. Oh, it beeped.
Yeah, I got it. You can keep going.
Okay. But I just feel like so many people are living in fear right now, and personally, I'd like that to stop. I'd like it so that we all don't need to be so cautious about everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of the things now that we're trying to enact for our own health and safety and well-being are important things, but I feel like just like a day out is now kind of threatening and scary for some people. I think even myself included it's a weird time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just looking at the camera and stuff like that.
That's all good.
But definitely it is a weird time right now, I want to say. But again, and I think we are doing a pretty good job on like the human side of things around the world. Like, you know, we're trying to find, we're still persisting on a lot of things. We're still trying to make sure that like our endeavors are met. Politically, there's definitely a lot of arguments right now, but I'm glad that like people in general, when we're all humans at the end of the day, we can still find excitement and enjoyment in a lot of things that matter to us the most, even when those things that we always took for granted every single day prior to all this, we can still find that during the pandemic, and hopefully you will still maintain it after and everything. And I think there's gonna be a sense of like refreshment and excitement and dedication when everything is gone. This is all just a thing in the past. It's gonna be like some anniversary thing, and we're just gonna be like, yo, hey, do you remember when this happened and everything? And people are like, yes, I do. But there's gonna be a sense of like, hey, like let's not dwell inside. Like, let's go outside and do something, because we've been cooped up for such a long time, and it's not in our nature to be inside all day, because you're, you know, mentally and physically it's not well for you. It's not good for you. So I just can't wait for like all this brand new energy and creativity and originality that's gonna come out once we're all of us safely are done with this.
I feel like there's been such a huge wave of a lot of songs that talk about like the end of the world, and maybe they were made long before COVID and they're just gaining traction now. But there's that one song, it's like, if the world was ending, would you come over, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that song, like, I feel like it's a big song that I think a lot of people needed. It's also really pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's just like you hear what's going on in the news, and it's just like, oh my god, like it's not good. But you can already see like it's something that it's affecting just how we write, how we think, how we act, how we treat other people.
Yeah.
How we look at other people, and it's weird. I feel like I've been saying weird a lot. I feel like I need a different adjective.
Strange.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Maybe.
Unusual.
Maybe.
Weird.
Maybe bizarre.
Bizarre. It's bizarre.
What?
It's unlikely.
Oh, bizarre is odd.
Odd.
Yeah. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's uncanny.
Maybe. I'm sorry. I'm just lamenting over the weird, large crowd of people who are like, oh god, JoJo's, and then just like they suddenly flock to the video.
Ooh,
I summoned them.
Yes. They're gonna come.
Oh yeah, they will.
Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome. Every time you say thank you, I'm like, oh, okay.
You're welcome.
And I'm like, is that it? I've never done one of these before. I don't know how many there are.
I want to make a bunch of these episodes with a lot of different people. I think it's cool. I like talking to a lot of people, getting to know them.
Yeah.
Trying to learn new things. Okay, question 3.
Lightning round. What is the next question?
What was the happiest moment in your life?
Oh, God.
Or one of the most happiest moments in your life?
I don't know how personal this can get.
This is all about you, Jack.
I know. I'd say that this was probably one of the happiest moments was when, like, my current girlfriend and I, we were just like starting to like hang out with each other, and we were at a party, and we just started like holding hands, and we started talking about like wanting to make it official, and that was really happy. It's one of those things where like you look back on it and like you were happy in the moment, but then you look back on it and you're like, that was a really good moment, because you know now like what it would
was
become.
enriching. It was enriching, and can't say that word, you know, enrich. I can't say it.
Enriching. Yeah, that was a good moment. What was another really happy? Did it stop again? Wait, it beeped again.
I think the camera died. I don't have enough battery.
Oh no.
It's
Wow,
okay.
what Oh,
I guess I'll try to keep going. You can keep going. I'm gonna try to use my phone.
we just animate the rest.
Yeah. I'll use my phone.
Poorly animated with GIFs. What was the other? Yeah, I feel like after saying that one of the happiest moments of my life was that, I feel like I shouldn't say anything after it.
Keep going.
'Cause I feel like anything I say after that is probably not really going to be that big.
Yeah. What is something?
So I'm just gonna leave it at that one.
What is something she does or possesses that makes you like super happy when you're around her?
Oh, she's got a lot of spunk.
There's a lot of what?
She's got a lot of spunk. She's also, I like how I always think this is really funny, but she'll go from like wanting to take a nap to just wanting to just like be up and just move and dance and just jump around like in an instant. Which is honestly, it's a lot of fun. I honestly think it's really funny that she'll just be like, oh, like I'm super sleepy, just let me lie here, to like running around like a little kid that had like 6 shots of sugar. Shoot. Oh my goodness, getting really personal here. I don't know, she's like, I feel like she's just super open about talking about stuff. I feel like nowadays,
Yes.
I feel like one of the biggest issues that people have is, like in relationships, is I
had to fix the camera.
We're back!
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna find some B-roll later.
I feel like one of the biggest issues that people have when they're like in a relationship is they don't open up and they don't talk about just the things that bother them. I feel like even just like with just people.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone is just nowadays, like everyone's so defensive. Everyone's afraid to admit that they're wrong, but I don't really know why.
Yeah.
But you got to be open to admit that you were wrong and that your actions are not good for that other person, and they're not good for you either. And you gotta make that change. But I feel like it's so easy to just leave and move on. Everyone likes to think it's like, oh, it was so difficult to do this, but like staying is often harder than leaving.
Yes.
And in order to really make things work, you know, talk it out with people. And I feel like people who are more open to that usually make things easier.
Yeah, I know you and I had like a million conversations about the topic of meeting people and interacting with them, whether it's like romantically or in a friendship or even just like an acquaintance. I think like everything you always say to me, I absorb it a lot, and I think about what you say because I know that you always think about what's best for me.
I also just can't imagine just like trying for people to like meet someone in a time like this. Like, holy God, like I just feel like everyone's just like so
Spread out?
not spread out, but just like everyone is trying to just be so spread out. But it's like it's super conflicting because there are people who are like, oh, I want to meet someone, but I also want to be isolated. And it's just like, how do you even begin to balance that?
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
It's just like, oh my goodness, it's
I
nuts.
feel like there's gonna be a sense of like, especially here in New Jersey, how you just said that like we're definitely progressing more than the other states right now, in New York too. There's gonna be a sense of like change inside our bodies. Like I feel like in your mind, there's gonna be a sense of like, hey, I see a lot more people out now. They seem comfortable with it. I'm baby steps for everybody. But I think there's gonna be eventually a shift where they're gonna be like, hey, like, you want to meet up? Like, I think in the beginning it wasn't really unlikely to like meet up, but now it's kind of like, now I feel perfectly comfortable, especially like working a lot with those kids each and every day with 30 kids, no mask. I just feel, just obviously if you keep your distance, everything's gonna be okay.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands, please. Just try not to touch your face so much. You should be okay. And plus, your body knows you more than you do. Yeah, just be cautious and just know that like there's no way to prevent the inevitable of anything. But I think things to do is to like just keep moving, because I'd rather keep moving and trying to find like loopholes and like avenues I can pursue rather than just waiting for someone to be like, hey, like it's over, like you can move on with your life. Like I'd rather try to self-discover that.
Yeah. Well, I get that.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? What brings you happiness, or what was one of your happiest moments in your life?
Oh boy, what was another happy moment of my life?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I would like to think of myself as a jolly sort of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'd really quantify that as like I don't know. I feel like a time, maybe not a specific instance, but I remember when I was doing kung fu for a few years back, like just great people to be around, really enjoyed the experience. That was definitely a really fun time.
Yeah.
In my life was when I was just training like nonstop, but just training with people and just getting to meet all these different people and just getting to be around just like such a unique like martial arts culture is like such a weird time.
Yeah.
Because it's from all these different places all over the world. It's got all of these different roots, all these different styles and movements, and even just philosophies. And it's definitely one of also the interesting times in my life too.
I was gonna say, like, what are some? Do you feel like, as you get older and stuff like that, do you think like, on the terms of like happy moments, do you think that like that level of like having those happy moments in kung fu, and when you're around your girlfriend for the first time can be, I guess like it can be like achieved again like later in your life, or it's kind of like it was like a one deal, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say.
Like, do you feel like I can experience happiness like that again?
Correct. Yes.
I don't know if I'll feel something like that with martial arts again. Granted, I haven't done martial arts in a few years. Though I do get really happy when I can just bust out a move and not kill myself. Which is always a nice time because everyone looks at you like, whoa, where did that come from? But I just feel like you just have to be open to those new experiences, and I feel like they just build themselves like that. Just because in the spirit of the question, like that was one of the happiest moments that I've had. But it's like I've had other like really happy moments with my girlfriend too, and they just kind of build off each other.
Good.
Yeah. Awesome. So I definitely think that there's more room for more like really big happy moments like that in the future.
I'm happy. Everyone, including yourself, has happy moments to share. There's a bunch of happy moments to enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Is there anything else you want to talk about on the topic of happiness?
Do the things that make you happy. And let me tell you, viewers out there, nothing in life is guaranteed, which sucks. Honestly, it sucks.
I literally just had that thought. I'm like, nothing is guaranteed unless you...
Nothing is guaranteed.
You should at least try.
Like, happiness is never... I know that in our founding statements, it's like everyone has the right to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Oh my God, can't talk. And that's the thing. It's like life and liberty, I feel like, are just, they're things that should be guaranteed. I know that right now, like, we're in a very tricky political time, so I don't want to get too on up. Like, the pursuit of happiness is something that everyone has the right to achieve, and I think that the pursuit part is a very important wording here. Because happiness in life is not guaranteed. There are people who don't find that they're happy. There are people who are miserable. But at the same time, like, that state of where you are right now is not guaranteed to be where it is the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want something great, you need to work for it, you need to get there, and you need to be at that spot that you want to be in.
Yeah.
So if this pandemic has taught me anything, it is that nothing is ever certain, and that you should do the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Like, you should use your time wisely. You should, like, spend the time doing the things you want to do, and just giving you the feelings of fulfillment, just like of being an accomplished person, feeling fulfilled.
Yeah, and I want to jetpack off of that. I feel like even like adding the sense of like no regrets, try to have no regrets about anything.
Yeah.
That's something I need to do. Even though I strive to be like a perfectionist, I feel like
No regrets.
no regrets. I should just give it a shot, especially with that what that one girl I was telling you about. Just give it a shot.
Okay.
You never know.
Well,
Yeah.
be smart, be safe.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I guess just in regards to happiness, just, do the things that make you happy. I think that's all we can really ask for at the end of the day, is that we got to do the things that made us happy.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. Cool. I don't have my phone, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
It's over there.
Yeah.
But the question 4 was...
Oh, there's more.
What?
There's more. I don't know. You asked me more questions about the questions, so I thought that
there's
we were
sub-questions.
running out. Okay.
What is something that you think humans can improve upon?
I don't know why this is the first thing that's coming to mind.
What is it? Say it.
It was trading cards.
Huh?
Trading cards.
Oh, okay, why?
Yeah. Well, as you know, I did draw a game that I've been marketing. But like, even just, when everyone was younger, like, there was always these things of trading cards, and everyone was like, oh, I love this game, and it's like, do you know how to play it? No. Make games for people.
I just like collecting it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, the artwork of all these games is phenomenal. Do I know how to play it? Hells no.
Yeah.
Was I like decently well into college when I figured out how to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Hells yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you need to be pursuing a master's education in college to have the brain power to be able to figure out how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no way. Don't make a 50-page rule book for children, unless it's Dungeons and Dragons, because that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, anyways, that was a minor rant. Other things I feel like we need to improve. Being courteous to other people. That is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, this is a huge thing nowadays. I feel like everyone gets like so defensive of like, oh my god, like, why, like, I can't believe that this person is offended by something that I did. That's so rude of them. And it's just like, how are you victimizing hurting other people?
Yeah.
And it's just, granted, like, not like hurting other people. Sometimes it is, but like, if someone is getting offended that you got offended at them for something completely reasonable, like, if someone is like just being a jerk and you're like, whoa, not cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god.
That was insensitive.
I'm deeply hurt by the fact that you think that I'm being a jerk right now. And it's just like, yeah. It's like, what do you expect, a medal? Like, and it's just like, I feel like just people need to realize, it's like, why do you expect people to praise you for like every crappy thing that you do? If it's something actually amazing, yeah, you get praised. But like, if you're gonna be a jerk and just like demean people, like hurt people, like, why do you think that you get praise for that? Just like, stop it. Get some help. That's another thing I feel like we can improve. I don't know, flying cars. We should have those by now. Come on. We've been foreshadowing flying cars since like the dawn of what?
The Jetsons.
Yeah, we've been foreshadowing the like flying cars since like the dawn of time. They're probably like people who were like, oh, one day we're gonna, like, people in like the 1800s being like, oh, one day we're gonna have like flying carriages and all this other like flying carts, and it's just like, yo, one day.
Yeah.
At Elon Musk.
I'm waiting for like we have like jetpacks.
I mean, we have jetpacks. They're just not commercially available.
I just want them to be, so I just like put on a backpack and just go.
Do you know how hard? Like, another thing too is I feel like I mean, I am joking with this anyway, but like I feel like we do kind of have flying cars already. It's like we have planes.
Yeah.
Like we have. I know very little about flying.
Aviation.
That shows how little I know about flying. But like that one time I went abroad, I'm pretty sure that they mentioned that there are like flyways where there are like different routes you take. That's kind of like traffic.
Yeah.
There's like parking at airports for the planes and like takeoff lanes, and there's like, oh, this was delayed. It's like there's traffic. That's a car thing. I feel like we kind of have. Don't think of it as
something like they should make like some insane like underground travel system.
We have tunnels.
Tunnels, yeah, but I'm saying like something insane. Like I'm saying like, do we have like a tunnel from like New York to like Paris?
No.
We should work on that.
Maybe. Well, I mean,
it will cut down a lot of space on the Earth, but then internally, I think it would suck.
Yeah. Well, like
I would get stuck.
I think another big thing though is what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, don't think of planes as flying cars, but I like to think of planes as flying buses.
Yeah.
Or like a flying train.
Flying. I don't know.
They're really fast. They're big. They fly, and
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Running on 4 hours of sleep.
Goodness me, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, but like think about it like this, like if everyone had a commercial jetpack ready and available, do you feel they'd have like training courses on those, right? Like we have cars readily available, and we have like driver's ed, we have like all these other tests and certifications to make sure. Yeah.
Vehicular.
Yeah, we have the DMV.
DMV.
So we got all this stuff to make sure, like, yeah, you can legally do this. But I feel like if everyone's like, oh, jetpacks are gonna be great, it's like
you need to get a license.
Yeah, and it's like you're probably gonna need to get a license for having a jetpack.
It would be worth it.
Yeah, right now, like the big brain millionaires that like made their own jetpacks just because they're like science whizzes, they don't have laws for it yet because
it's not a big issue yet.
Yeah, it's like it's not publicly made yet. Like all these things, like all these like garage scientists where they're just like making like Tony Stark like arc reactors in their basements. Like there isn't really a big regulation on that stuff because it's not really in the public light of like, oh, this is a big issue. Like, I mean, if you made like a nuclear generator in your garage, it probably would be a big issue, but it's just the example.
Yeah. So you said trading cards,
people,
Courteous,
senses,
and aviation.
I mean, maybe not aviation, but like, I don't know. Maybe not jetpacks, but like, that's another big thing. Oh my God! Yeah, wait. Huge thing. People need to stop abusing dogs.
Abusing dogs.
Can we just like get on this topic that like dogs are too pure for this world?
We need a PETA sponsor now.
No, not PETA. No, never PETA.
Really?
Yeah, no. We don't need PETA.
What do we need?
Huh?
Who do we need?
We just need people to just be better. Okay. Like, let me tell you something. Look.
There's this video of this woman in Central Park in New York.
Yeah.
She was like abusing her dog, and someone was recording it. You ever seen that video?
I just don't get like why people abuse dogs.
Like, she's like literally holding it by the
like the neck.
The neck.
Like look, my dog and I, we very rarely see eye to eye, but like I still love my dog, and like she's a good dog.
Yeah.
But like dog even dog. Then, it's like I would never like hurt my dog. Like I've freaked out on my dog. We're just like, stop barking at me.
Chill out.
Yeah. So like I've definitely had times where like I've gotten like angry at my dog, but like I'd never do something like that. And I just the fact like people are like, oh yeah, just like it's totally fine to like kick dogs. It's just like you need to not. And it's like I eat meat. I know that there are people out there who make the argument of, oh well, if you eat meat, then what about your dog? And it's just like, well, first of all, no. Second of all, I detest how people treat livestock. I think that a lot of animals should be grown and raised with more respect.
Yeah.
Another great thing about, being abroad is you saw how people raised and treated their animals. It's like, wow, yeah. you eat the food and it's like, this animal had a good life.
Yeah.
It was wide, like it was open, wide, free range, and like that
Tasted
is what
different.
That is what it is. Yeah.
Tasted more flavorful, healthier.
And that was the last good hamburger I ever had.
Yeah.
And yes, I was abroad and I got a hamburger.
Hamburger.
Fight me. I mean, I am pescatarian now, but like,
Yeah.
but like Ireland, they have very good beef, very good sheep.
Ooh.
They also have a ton of seafood. People don't know that. Because everyone's like, oh, you know, when you go to Ireland, it's all about potatoes. And it's just like, well, yes. But actually, no. You forget that you're on an island.
Yeah.
The ocean is everywhere.
So then a sense of like, the diversity of seafood would be
Oh, it's phenomenal.
extremely delicious.
You get clams, you get all the different types of sea fish. You get cod, you got salmon.
Oh my god.
You got some. Yeah, basically it's like you got a lot of fish there.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Yeah.
You got like lobster. Oh my god, like lobster
Lobster's
fish.
so good.
It's so good there. But yeah, like potatoes. Don't get me wrong. Like when you go to Ireland, there will be the potential to see and eat a lot of potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
But they're mostly as like sides. I don't know why everyone is always just like,
Hey, can I
oh
get
yeah, you're going to Ireland, you're gonna see some potatoes, right? And it's like,
Bruh. No,
Sure.
there's other food there. We don't eat just potatoes. We don't eat just starches.
are you gonna go to America and see just hot dogs and hamburgers?
And soda?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, but not all the time.
It's funny because that's actually what people think of us. They're just
Yeah, I
like, oh, Americans.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, and soda.
Yeah.
And fireworks.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, I got super sidetracked. Don't abuse dogs. Dogs are too pure for this world.
Mhm.
Like, I just don't get why people are like, we need to just do all this bad stuff to dogs. Like, I don't get it. Like, I see these videos of like Dodo and like the other things, and it's just like, this dog was abused and like left out on the streets and was recently found by these nice people, and it's like, oh my god, like,
It's sad.
why? And it's like I don't understand dog fighting. Like, look, Pokemon might glorify beast on beast violence here, but like, that is a cartoon.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like watching two giraffes fight each other to the death as much as anyone else. And if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, please Google giraffes fighting each other. It is amazing.
Their necks. Man.
Yeah, I know. They're just like, ugh, ugh. It's nuts. It's more of like a territory thing. I don't think they actually fight each other to the death, but it's crazy. Like, oh my god, like those people who like do like dog fighting videos, like dog fighting rings. It's just like, oh my god, like, why? Like, if you really want to see people or like creatures fight each other that bad, just like go on like UFC. Just like,
And they'll fight for you.
yeah.
Or even if you want to go on UFC.
Yeah, it's like, I just don't understand. Like, what is wrong with you people? Anyways, that's something else I'd improve.
Mhm.
Like, stop treating animals badly. Please. Just stop.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's all I got for that question.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add about that topic?
To all the people out there that abuse dogs, the souls of all of those hurt and tortured dogs waiting on the other side will find you when you cross over.
They'll find you.
They will find you. All dogs go to heaven.
They'll find you.
Do you really want to take your chances?
They will find you.
Yeah.
They will remember you.
All dogs go to heaven.
All dogs go to heaven. All right.
Never forget.
My last question is
Yeah.
What gives you motivation?
There's a lot of different things that I feel like give me motivation.
Sure.
Expand. They're the things that I love.
I'm gonna lay down soon. I'm getting tired.
Like the things that both I love and fear give me motivation.
Yeah.
There's one video that I feel like really encapsulates that mentality, and something that I look at with both love and fear. It's called The Choice.
The choice.
Yeah. There's this essentially it's a short video about a guy. And every day it's like this regular dude, just like blue collared Actually, he's just what I'm trying to say is like just this average worker has his desk job and like just an average guy just chilling. And every day he's presented with a bunch of choices.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I could work really hard on my job, or I could just goof off and like look at Facebook and just slack off, or like I could go and have like a healthy breakfast or with well-rounded meals, or I could just like eat like junk.
Yeah.
Like I could go and I could like exercise after work, or I could just like be a bum and like watch TV or just like drink and all this other stuff. And it's like you look at how essentially this person progresses throughout their life, and it's I don't know how long the film is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it's like you look at how I guess just a feeling of like how big things start from small choices. And then sooner or later you realize like you've developed this way of functioning that you've based around for a larger degree of your life if you continue with this. But I feel like there's that you wanting to be that successful and you knowing you need to go and do those things that might be difficult, but just making sure you challenge yourself and push yourself. And then I feel like that fear is that like you don't reach that point, that you weren't enough, that you didn't do enough of those things, and you don't end up where you want to be because of it. Which might sound kind of grim.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's just like going back to like that art stuff. It's like I love drawing and I love telling stories. And I feel like for me personally, I'm like, I don't really have a life skill that I feel like I could be doing for years on end.
Yeah.
Other than just telling stories. And I know that sounds like, you might be like, oh, well, good luck. But like, I can't see myself doing, I don't know, just like something, I guess, something that isn't just telling stories. I'm gonna push it as far as I can and take it as far as I can go, because that's all I can really see myself doing, and therefore I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Plain simple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that contributes to your motivation?
A lot of different YouTube songs, probably. Okay. A lot of different music I find on YouTube where it's like, oh, I need to go. And I need to power through this. Another big thing, and I think this kind of ties into music, Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You wanna be inspired. You want to be motivated. Just listen to the words of a god, a true rap god. Like. No, because it's just like I find a lot of his music very motivational. A lot of it's about like being in a place you don't want to be and
keep going. Yeah.
Oh, it stopped again.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
A lot of it's just about being in this place that you want to get to, and it's about not giving up. It's about not stopping, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much it hurts, but just making sure that you do those things that are gonna get you to the place that you want to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's honestly what a lot of Eminem songs are about, and it's like, yeah, you do have that like stray Eminem song that's just like generic rap song of partying and getting money, but like I don't feel like that's a lot of his music. At least not some of the stuff, like the big things that I've listened to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a ride with that, just to making sure I stay motivated. Another thing too is like,
what's up?
I feel like people are afraid of failure, which is, fair. But I honestly, I think another big reason why I'm motivated is because I know I failed a lot. I've tried so many different things. I've done so many different attempts.
You learn.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you never really fail.
You learn.
If you don't, like, you only fail if you don't learn from it.
Exactly.
So it's like,
you never fail, you learn. Well, I never fail, I learn.
Yeah. Even when I failed mathematics, I didn't fail.
I learned.
I learned. 2 + 2 is 4.
4 + 4 is 8.
4 + 4 is 8. I didn't fail, I learned.
I learned. I didn't fail, Mom. I learned. I didn't fail this class. I learned.
You got a 52. I learned.
I learned. It's a grade.
Yeah. I can count that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
8 plus 8 is 16.
8 plus 8 is 16.
16 plus 16
Like
is
you're just
32.
playing like a game of 2048.
Yeah.
my
32, 64, 128. What's after 128?
What I'm trying to say is I feel like failing in real life and failing on like a test, like a school test, are different.
Yeah.
And I feel like usually in life you get multiple opportunities to retake those tests, but sometimes not under the same
Circumstances?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like think of it like this, like let's say like you're, because this is one that I've probably experienced. Let's say you're in cross country.
Yes.
And you're going to a race.
Yes.
For whatever reason, you just didn't stretch. You just didn't stretch.
Yeah,
You're
who
like,
cares?
I just don't care. I'm just not gonna stretch. Why would I stretch? It's stupid.
Yeah. Flame.
Not stretching is stupid. Always stretch before you run. And then of course, as you're running, your leg falls off. Just explodes right off your body, turns to dust, vanishes.
Snapped out of existence.
Yep. That actually happens when you don't stretch before you run. And then suddenly you're like, well, looks like I'm running this with one leg. And then you start running. And then your other leg just falls off while you're running. And you're like, well then.
How can you finish the race?
Exactly. And you failed that race because you didn't stretch. So you might go back to that course later on and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to have that same opportunity to do as well in my heater division or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you might not even go back to that track.
The same
but like,
exact people.
yeah, but like I mean, I know I was joking about like legs falling off, but like you're going to have another opportunity to run again. If you didn't stretch, like you'll have a better day of like maybe you won't eat that really big thing before practice or the big meet.
Yeah.
You'll get sleep the night before. So it's like you might have failed in that instance, but life usually gives you an opportunity to succeed in that test if you keep applying yourself to that area of life.
Mm.
So it's like if you're trying to climb a tree, not all trees are good for climbing. So you might not be able to get that one good tree, but sooner or later you're going to find a good tree with like good branches, or you're just going to be strong enough and you're just going to be able to get that good jump on it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I know, I definitely agree. About that. The circumstances might not be different, but just know the opportunity is still almost the same.
Yeah. So I got really distracted by that squirrel just prancing his way across. Look at him.
I know.
So majestic. Went from all the way over there to
Yeah.
all the way over there.
Oh,
There he goes.
Does leave it.
Going to that big oak tree.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add that contribute to your motivation? If not, it's okay.
I honestly feel like working out in a weird
Yeah.
way has,
Definitely, bro. Working out is definitely one of those things I hold close to myself.
I feel like I was really, not really skinny, but like I've always been thin, but like toned, but I always kind of wanted to just be more built.
Yeah.
And it's like working out is not easy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care how many
reps,
fitness
sets,
models
plans,
anyone follows on
diets.
Instagram or like does YouTube videos with, or like I don't care how many like
burpees
strongest man competitions with like people like deadlifting 1,000 pounds or like Arnold Schwarzenegger videos. Like that is not easy. And I feel like there are people who are like, oh well, they can do it. Of course they're strong, but like people don't pop out the womb with like an extra like 200 pounds of muscle. I'm not saying that's what I want, because it's a balloon animal. It's big.
They work towards it.
But yeah, it's like it's something you work towards, and even like, yeah, it's just all a process. And I feel like you look at people, and that's honestly a huge thing. Like I look at people who like are the strongest people, like these big lifters, and it's just like I'm proud for them.
Yeah.
To just be like you came this far, and this is like you're phenomenal.
It's impressive.
Yeah. It's like that stuff isn't easy. Like you work for that.
Yeah.
You grind for that every day. You make the choices for that, and it's like if they can do it, then I can do it.
Correct.
Or if they can do it, I'm going to apply their lessons in a different area of my life.
Yeah. Take it, absorb it, and then use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all I got.
Cool. Yeah. Motivation is definitely one of those things I
at the top of my library in life.
Yeah.
Of my yeah. That's what I do. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you have 30 seconds to shout out whatever you like.
Oh, I can shout out anything?
Anything.
Okay. I was actually thinking of just like shouting out really loud.
Oh.
But then I'm like, oh, no.
That would be really funny. You should have done it.
Oh, I didn't want to disturb all the people around me who were
Hey guys, so welcome back.
just having such a good time, like enjoying the day. Just
I want to thank.
just like someone like screaming bloody murder.
You have 30 seconds to shout out. Out.
Out.
Out. Out. Out. Out.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Dope.
Yeah. We did it.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me save this.
Okay.